Okay, I hope that the people will come and join one after the other. By the time we will do one thing, we will just review the things what we have seen last day. And we will go for a poll in the beginning. When we do the poll, I think other people will join by the time. So first, straight way you are going to poll session now. I'm going to launch one poll. Let me see which one I have to launch. Okay. Try to solve this one. Okay, I don't think that other people will join. So now it's little more time are given for this question. So now I'm going to end this 1 minute, 30 minutes. Okay, let me stop here. Only 13, 15 students are voted now. Okay, get 2 minutes time now. 2 minutes, I will stop it. Okay, in this poll, now the question was then, odd man out in connection to structural genomics. How many types of structural genome, I mean, sorry, how many types of genomics we have seen in the last session? How many types of, yeah, very good. Two types of genomics we have seen. First one is called as structural. And what is the second one? Functional. So structural and functional genomics. These are the two types of genomics. Out of these two, the first one is called structural genomics. So what actually we do there in structural genomics? Structural genomics, what do you do actually there in that? What do you do with the structural genomics? Structural genomics. Okay, I think you are not getting the question. My point is that my question is that in structural genes, I mean, sorry, in structural genomics, We deals with what? I told you some three things. We deal with the structural genomics. Three things. You have any idea what are those three things? If you don't have any idea, instead of silently sitting, you just write there N, then I can go ahead. Yeah, somebody written mapping. Okay. Anything else? Sequence, analyze. Okay. So those three actions are there on here. They're on this question. Now you see here the sequence. If you look at the sequence is in the reverse sequence given here. The sequence actually there in structural genomics is that first you analyze, then you make the sequence of it, and then do the mapping. Whereas the second type of genomics is that is functional genomics. In functional genomics, we are studying about the functions of genes and so on. So what is the odd man out over here then? 40% is saying that functions, 27% is saying mapping, 20% is saying sequencing, and 13% is saying analysis. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is then functions, because that is belongs to the functional genomics. Okay. Now we go to the topic now. Last class we completed the genomics and types of genomics and the role of genomics. I mean the characteristics or even the importance, and also all those points we have seen the Human Genome Project. That is what we have done in the last session. Human Genome Project. Today we are going to see the last topic of this particular chapter, the subtopic of this chapter. The most important one, examination point of view, also it is very important. All the topics are important, but I specify that this is important means it is having much more importance than other topics, especially the DNA fingerprinting. So, because this is an essay type question. When you go to Human Genome Project, that may be a short note type question. Or even genomics also, you won't get an essay type question. Essay means 4 marks question. The big answer type question. So that you won't get over there. You get like 1 mark, 2 marks, like that. But here, the question can come not only in 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, even 4 mark, one of the main question. Like that means essay type question, it can be asked. So that is why I say it is important. Okay. Now, you know fingerprint. You are very much familiar. Even the picture, if you look at over here, you can see the fingerprint. Even today, nowadays, we can notice that your electronic devices are mostly open by using your fingerprint. Your fingerprint. You have fingers, and on each finger, the print is there. By using this print, now you know that your devices get open. Or you can notice that when you are giving attendance, then they call a biometric attendance. If you give, the system is recognizing your print and then marking your attendance. So you have an idea about fingerprint. Yes or no, friends? You have any idea about the fingerprint?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have the idea. Okay. So this is what exactly you see there on the screen. Also, your print is, fingerprint is. But one thing is there. The fingerprints are mostly very unique. That means that individual to individual, the fingerprint will not be same. There are slight differences there. So my fingerprint and your fingerprint, or everybody's fingerprint, we can say, it will not be same. It will be different from person to person. That is why we say it is unique. So in this particular section, we are going to talk about not the fingerprint in the real sense. We are going to talk about the DNA fingerprints. So we are talking about the DNA fingerprint. So DNA fingerprint we can also call as DNA profiling. You can also call it as DNA profile. Now you see that in every human beings, in every living organism, you can see that the character of every individual is controlled by the genes which are present there on the chromosome. And these genes, we can notice that they determine the characters of the individual, that decides the character, and everything is controlled by those genes. Okay. And in those genes, you can notice that that results in a, what you can say, a unique genetic makeup. How yesterday or day before yesterday's session, I told you that in every living organism, every human beings, 99.9% genes, I mean the nucleotides or the sequence will be same. 99.9% will be same only. Then where the variation comes, just for 0.1%. And this 0.1% of differences with all other human beings, that makes a unique difference. That we can say determine, or that make a unique genetic makeup, which we call as fingerprints. So you got the point what I said now? In every human beings, you can see that whatever genes they have, you know that whatever how many genes we have, how many bases we have, everything I told you in the last session. But out of those sequences, 99.9% sequences will be same, similar. And then where is the difference? Only 0.1%. And this 0.1%, what happens? That make up the unique genetic difference. Okay, so that is unique, and that becomes the unique genetic makeup. That is what is called a finger. I hope that you understood what I mean over here. Okay, now what is the importance of this fingerprint? Now you see here one picture you got. If you look at over here, we can notice that. So this is the DNA fingerprint of certain individuals. Now you see this is one individual, this is another individual, this is a third individual, this fourth individual. So these are unique features. Now you see, for example, one crime has happened. Maybe somebody stolen something, or some crime has happened, like murder occur over there, or some rape issue over there, or some paternity issue over there, maternity issue over there, parental issue over there. So when such kind of problem happens, so what we can see that we are getting certain evidence from there. So from that evidence, we make a fingerprint. That is called DNA fingerprint. And we have certain members, certain people whom we suspect. That means, for example, if it is a murder, so from the place where the murder occurred, or from the victim, or from the dead body of whatever, we got some evidence. From that we prepared this DNA fingerprint, and then we suspected that somebody have committed this this murder. We are suspecting some people. From those people, their DNA fingerprint also we are taking like this, and then we are analyzing this DNA fingerprint with this material which we got, this DNA fingerprint which we got from the host. That means every individual, if you look at, you can see that the DNA fingerprint will not be same. Now look at, in this case, you see a person who has committed this crime having a DNA fingerprint in this manner. But we are suspecting some people here, they are having various types of DNA fingerprint. See, one person we are suspecting, and he is having DNA fingerprint like this. We are suspecting another person here, and he is having DNA fingerprint like this. we got a third person whose DNA fingerprint is like this, and then we analyzing this DNA fingerprint on both the all the DNA fingerprints we are analyzing. Now you see, if you analyze this, you can see that this one is matching with this. ये जो fingerprint है इसमें से match होता है. Say we can say, he has done this crime. Okay, that means every person is having unique DNA fingerprint. That is unique, cannot be changed. And so we will be able to identify the person who has done such kind of crime, or who is, means whatever, depends upon the issue we face. We can recognize who is the other person. Okay. Now, you see, what is this DNA profiling? DNA profiling means what? This is a technique. This is a technique. By using this technique, we are able to prepare the DNA fingerprint of the people. Okay, that means the technique what we used to identify a person using this DNA restriction analysis, that is what is called a DNA profiling. So DNA fingerprint means what? It's a unique genetic makeup of an individual that is just 0.1% when we compare with all human beings. That is DNA fingerprint. And what is this? That is fingerprint. And what is this profiling? DNA profiling. That means this technique of preparing the fingerprint of the people by DNA restriction analysis. So you got it, these 2 points, these two technical terms. Yeah, what is fingerprint and what is DNA fingerprint? Okay, fingerprint matlab kya hai? The unique genetic makeup of an individual. The unique genetic makeup of an individual is called fingerprint. That is just 0.1% of the nucleotides they have, and that results in unique feature or unique identification character of the individual. And profiling is what? Nothing. That is a technique we used to identify the person, whatever the person was done, or whatever, depends upon the issue we have. The technique we use to identify the person using DNA restriction analysis. I hope that these two important technical terms you understood. I don't want to go very deep into it. So that is why the 2 points I just made clear like that. Okay. Now, see how the profiling we are doing. Just look at how do we do profiling. Very simple. So in the previous picture, I have shown that every individual have a unique fingerprint, a DNA structure. Now we are going to see how we can do it. Actually, this is our topic. Today's topic is that how we can do a DNA profiling. Now for that, some certain steps are there. You just look at the picture over here, some steps you can see over there. Okay. Okay, so what is the picture over here? Just look at here. Now you see, I told you there is an issue. Issue can be anything. The issue can be either a murder or any kind of criminal offense or any paternity issue, maternity issue, parental issue. So whatever is the case, first what we have to do. That means in this case, there are two people over there. One is a host. Otherwise, we can say that person is a victim. एक victim बोल सकता है, नहीं तो एक host बोल सकता है. और दूसरा suspected cases, suspected people. We don't know who has done this crime. So all those people are suspected people, suspects. Okay. So इधर पहला point हमारा क्या है? From the host or from the victim, we have to collect the evidence. ये है पहला पॉइंट. देखिए इधर लिखा है पॉइंट नंबर 1, डीएनए सैंपल. ये डीएनए सैंपल आपको कहां से मिलेंगे? डीएनए सैंपल आपको मिलेगा, अभी एक क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस है तो उधर हेयर गिरेगा या कुछ ना कुछ मटेरियल गिरेगा, या मर्डर है तो उधर हेयर हो सकता है या नेल हो सकता है या स्किन का पार्ट्स मिल सकता है। ऐसा कुछ में इवन रेप केस है तो भी कुछ सेमन हो सकता है, इवन ब्लड हो सकता है, इवन स्किन हो सकता है, नेल का कटिंग्स हो सकता है, हेयर हो सकता है, so many other materials. Or if it is a parental issue, then straightway you have to take the DNA sample of the child. Okay, that is a host, that is a victim. Okay, so first point is that you collect the DNA sample. It can be from the hair, or that depends upon the situation. From the hair, or from the blood, or from the skin, or from the nail, or from the semen, or from the blood, whatever it is. So you take the DNA. And from this DNA sample, the first step is that you have to extract the DNA. You have to extract the DNA, whether it is, I told you now, whatever is the substance. From that, you have to extract the DNA. Now you got the DNA. This is the DNA. Okay. So this structure is the DNA that you got from the blood, or from the hair, or from the skin, or from the nail, or from the child. In case of child, mostly we take blood only. Okay, so we got the DNA. और उसके बाद ये पिक्चर के अनुसार हम जाएगा तो ये जो डीएनए इज ए लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर। देखिए एक लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर है, एक हेयर का जैसा है या एक थ्रेड का जैसा है। ये इधर पिक्चर दिखाया है समथिंग। ये पिक्चर का मीनिंग क्या है, चैट बॉक्स में लिखो जल्दी। ये पिक्चर का मीनिंग आपको क्या समझ में आता है? व्हाट डू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दिस पिक्चर? ये पॉइंट में जो मेरा जो लेजर देखना, लेजर कहाँ है वो देख के बताइए आपको क्या समझ में आता है। यस, इज वेरी गुड, I got the answer, DNA cutting. That means by using this scissor, this DNA is cut. ये DNA को कट किया है into small fragments. Look at there. ये DNA अभी पहले DNA कैसा है, एक थ्रेड का जैसा है। अभी उसको ये जो बायोलॉजिकल सीजर, इसको बायोलॉजिकल सीजर बोलता है, दैट इज रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंडोन्यूक्लियस एंजाइम। मैं पहले आपको शायद बोला होगा। ओके, ये जो बायोलॉजिकल सीजर यूज करके दिस डीएनए इज कट इनटू स्मॉल फ्रैगमेंट्स। अभी इसमें एक पॉइंट आपको ध्यान में रखना है। मैं आपको लास्ट सेशन में एक बात बताया था। तो इफ यू लुक एट द डीएनए, इन ऑल द डीएनएs in all human beings, the nitrogen based sequences, because nitrogen based sequences is determining the character, nitrogen based sequence is determining the genes. So the nitrogen based sequences is same, 99.9% is same, and just 0.1% showing differences. That means these differences, that is because of irregular or what you can say random order of arrangement of genes, I mean nucleotides or nitrogen bases. This is the variable tandem repeated units we call. These are repeated units over there. So when we cut the DNA into fragments like this DNA will cut into small fragments based on the variable tandem. उसमें जो रिपीटेड यूनिट्स होता है वो रिपीटेड यूनिट्स के अनुसार ये डीएनए ऐसा कट इनटू फ्रैगमेंट्स। अभी बायोलॉजिकल सीजर के बारे में मेरे को एक पॉइंट बोलना है। एक हमेशा याद रखना, बायोलॉजिकल सीजर जो बोलता है दैट इज ऑलवेज रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंडोन्यूक्लियस एंजाइम। तो रेस्ट्रिक्शन एंडोन्यूक्लियस एंजाइम को बायोलॉजिकल सीजर बोलता है, बायोलॉजिकल नाइफ बोलता है। ओके, ये सब याद रखना, ठीक है। सो डीएनए को कट किया फ्रैगमेंट्स हो गए। और उसके बाद एक थर्ड प्रोसेस इधर लिखा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस। इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस वो भी एक टेक्निक है, एक टूल है। सो उसमें क्या करेगा, ये डीएनए को ट्रांसफर कर देगा। तो डीएनए क्या करेंगे, लॉन्ग डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स है, शॉर्ट डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स है। ये लॉन्ग डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स और शॉर्ट डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स दे विल मूव बिकॉज डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स आर चार्ज्ड। मैं अभी नहीं पूछ रहे कौन सा चार्ज है, क्योंकि मैं अभी ये पिक्चर देके आपको इसका इंट्रोडक्शन का जैसा बताता है, तो बाद में स्टेप वाइज हम देखेंगे। सो तभी आई विल आस्क व्हाट इज द चार्ज ऑफ डीएनए। नाउ आई एम नॉट आस्किंग दैट। सो बेस्ड ऑन द चार्ज ऑफ दिस डीएनए, द डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स आर मूविंग, एंड आफ्टर दैट such DNA fragments we copy to transport to a पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ पेपर, ओके, फिल्टर पेपर हमको अभी सिंपली बोले तो फिल्टर पेपर है, तो फिल्टर पेपर में ट्रांसफर करेगा, एक मेम्ब्रेन नाइट्रोसेलुलोज फिल्टर पेपर है, सो दिस इज ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम दिस टू, दैट इज अ फोर्थ स्टेप। सो ऐसा ट्रांसफर करने के बाद उसको क्या करना है, ड्राई करना है, ओके, तो ड्राई करना है और बीच में एक डीएनए प्रोब यूज करके उसको लेबलिंग भी करना है। तो ये सब कुछ करने के बाद आपको पांचवा स्टेप में लेबल्ड प्रोब यूज करके इंक्यूबेशन विथ लेबल्ड प्रोब, और उसके बाद सिक्स्थ पॉइंट में क्या है, उसका एक्सरे निकालना है, पिक्चर निकालना है। सो जब पिक्चर निकालेंगे आपको एक डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंट मिलेगा। तो ये जो कंप्लीट प्रोसेस को बोलता है डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंटिंग और डीएनए प्रोफाइलिंग। इज इट क्लियर टू यू फ्रेंड्स? डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंट का समरी, एक आइडिया आपको समझ में आया? प्रोफाइलिंग का मीनिंग, यस, so profiling is what? That is the technique used to identify the person's identify a person using the DNA restriction analysis. DNA restriction analysis मतलब DNA restriction endonuclease enzyme we used to cut the DNA. ऐसा DNA को कट करके फ्रैगमेंट्स बना के उसमें से हम लोग फाइंड आउट करता है. Okay, that is why it is called DNA restriction analysis. Now let us go to the next slide. So here you see a gentleman. So this man's name is then Dr. Alec Jeffries. So in Alec, not Alex, याद रखना, it's not Alex, it is Alec Jeffrey, A-L-E-C, it's not X. So if it is in place of C, X comes, it is Alex, we call, otherwise it is Alec. Okay, so Dr. Alec Jeffries in the year 1985, he developed this technique and he done this picture. This is DNA profiling. Okay, so I hope that you are remembering, you will remember the name of this person. It's very simple to remember. Okay, आपका next madam का नाम याद रखना, easy. Okay, somewhat similar. So Dr. Alec Jeffries in the year 1985, they had done this DNA profiling first. So because of that, we can say he is the father of DNA fingerprinting. So याद रखना, who is the father of DNA fingerprinting? Please write down the chat box quickly. अनेक्स का नाम कोई लिखना का नहीं. Yes, Dr. Alec, A-L-E-C, Alec Jeffrey. He is the father of DNA fingerprinting. Okay. Now you see how this technique has been done, and how this technique has been done, and what is the importance of this technique. The importance of the technique is that just look at this upper line. What is the importance of the technique? You just look at over here. It helps to identify. अभी आपको मन में ये ऐसा नहीं होना है, अरे कोई किसी ने मर्डर किया, जो क्रिमिनल है उनको फाइंड आउट करने के लिए ये टेक्निक यूज कर रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है पॉइंट. वो उनका एप्लीकेशन पार्ट है. डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंट का एप्लीकेशन पार्ट है, क्रिमिनल को हमको रिकॉग्नाइज करने को होता है. But actual purpose of this DNA fingerprinting, the benefit of this DNA fingerprinting is that, what is that? It helps to identify the similarities of the DNA fragments of two individuals. That is the main point. Okay, what is the main point? Helps to, that means between two people, or for example, between me and you, those who are listening. Okay, so between me and you, if you look at my DNA, your DNA will be different, but there are certain similarities, and these similarities we can find out by using this technique. So that is the most important purpose of this. Okay, ये इनका purpose वो नहीं है खाली जाके criminal को पकड़ो, वो नहीं है. The purpose is that identify the similarities of the DNA fragments of two individuals. Okay, identify the similarities of the DNA fragments of two individuals. That is the purpose. Now how you can do it? मैं आपको पहले एक बात बोला था. What is, मैंने क्या बोला था? The variable number tandem repeated units. देखिए इधर क्या लिखा है, नीचे लिखा है देखिए. You see that in DNA, in every individual, you can see that some coding sequences, not all, not all. Some non-coding sequences. Non-coding, आपको मालूम non-coding बोले तो क्या होगा? Non-coding segments क्या है? Non-coding sequence को क्या बुलाता है? जल्दी लिखो चैट बॉक्स में. DNA में जो non-coding sequence होता है, what is that? चलो जल्दी quickly. I got one message. Oh no, template. Template, I'm not accepting. Not template. There is another term for that.
The intern.
Yes, exactly. The non-coding sequence we call as introns. Okay, that is why when you are synthesizing messenger RNA, आपको मालूम है messenger RNA mature नहीं होता है. Why the messenger RNA? Primary messenger RNA is not a matured RNA because messenger RNA is providing the coding sequences, thereby the transfer RNA reading that codons and the amino acids are added and protein is synthesized. That means that is the coding sequence. But in the primary RNA, so many intermittent non-coding sequences are there, and that we have to throw, that we have to remove. For that purpose, we are doing splicing. Am I right? For that purpose, removal of introns, the non-coding sequence, we do splicing. That means the non-coding sequences we call, that is nothing, that is the introns. So that we can say that such non-coding sequences we can see there in the DNA of an organism. And these non-coding sequences are repeatedly there. वो बहुत लंबा नहीं है, छोटा छोटा है. Okay, so but they are repeatedly seen. Such non-coding sequences are repeatedly seen, and such repeatedly seen sequences we call mini satellites. That we can call, याद रखना नाम, that we can say as mini satellites, or it is also called as variable number tandem repeated units, or VNTR. मैं बीच में आपको बताया था ये point, explain नहीं किया था. Okay, that is called as variable number tandem repeated units. So variable number tandem repeated units actually क्या है? Non-coding sequences है और introns है, उसको क्या बुलाता है? Mini satellite भी बोलता है. Okay, and this number of repeats that is specific from person to person. ये जो tandem repeated units है, उसका जो length, उसका जो number, yes, individual to individual different होता है. बाकी everything will be same. The rest all the things are same. Only these variable number tandem repeated units are showing differences. That comes 0.1%. So that is clear to you now. So based on this tandem repeated units, we are doing DNA profiling. Okay. So ये भी आपको मन में ध्यान रखना, so ध्यान में रखना. Now you see one person's photo over here. Okay. I hope that you are seeing the name of the person. His name is that Dr. Lalji Singh. And what is his importance? क्या लिखा है उधर? क्या लिखा है? चैट बॉक्स देख रहे हैं आप? चैट बॉक्स में लिखना. Yes, something you see there on the screen. Yes, father of DNA fingerprint. अभी ऐसा कैसे होगा? DNA fingerprint को दो फादर कैसे होगा? हाँ, DNA fingerprint को मैंने पहले एक फादर के बारे में बोला था. Who is that father? पहले जो बोला वो फादर कौन है? उनका नाम क्या है? Dr. Alex Jeffrey. Okay, and here again we see one name that is called Lalji Singh. He is also father of DNA fingerprint बोलते हैं. इसका मतलब DNA fingerprint को दो फादर है. Yes, one is international. I'm sorry, one is international, and second is that Indian. Okay, that means India. In India, the DNA father of DNA fingerprint is that the father of DNA fingerprint is Dr. Lalji Singh. What he has done, आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में एक छोटा बॉक्स में उनका कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस वगैरह दिया है, नंबर डाल के दिया है 1 2 3 4 5 करके. उन्होंने क्या किया? कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस इंडिया के लिए किया है, दिया है, और डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंट का लैब सेटअप किया. ये सब कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन आपका ये टेक्स्ट बुक में एक बॉक्स जैसा दिया है. प्लीज रेफर दैट, बट यू रिमेंबर दिस नेम. So his name is that Dr. Lalji Singh, who is the father of DNA fingerprinting in India. And international, all over the world में बोलेगा तो who is that Dr. Alex. ओके अभी आपको ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन के बारे में मालूम, ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन के बारे में बात करें तो हम लोग बोलता है हु इज द फादर ऑफ ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन, स्ट्रेट वे वी आर सेइंग दैट द फादर ऑफ ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन इज डॉक्टर नॉर्मन. ओके लेकिन when we come to India, the father of green revolution is different. Who is the father of green revolution in India? Indian father. Who is the father of green revolution in India? General knowledge है. Come on fast. Dr. Yes, Dr. S. Swaminathan. Okay. Dr. Swaminathan, he is the father of green revolution. He is still alive. And Kurian, he was the father of white revolution. He is no more now. Okay, he passed away a few years back. He was living there in Gujarat, Anand, but he passed away. I think his daughter is there now, there in Gujarat. Okay. And anyway, so the father of DNA fingerprinting, you remember Lalji. Now we go to the next part. That is the important part, examination point of view. What is that? Steps in DNA fingerprinting. So in the previous picture, मैंने आपको एक पिक्चर दिखाया था. मैंने बोला ये पिक्चर दिखा के मैं आपको ऐसे ही बोल रहे स्टेप्स कितना है, क्या है, कौन सा स्टेप्स है करके वन आफ्टर द अदर मैंने एक आइडिया आपको दे दिया. नाउ वी कम टू द पॉइंट टू सी देयर इन डिटेल. So before we go to the DNA fingerprint there in detail, anyway, the picture is there on your screen now. We'll go for a poll. So just for a change, we'll go for a poll. Now the Pancha question coming to your screen, just do it quickly. Go fast, 50 seconds. Now 8 seconds baki, 7, 4, 5, 4, sorry, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. परसेंटेज बहुत कम हो गया आज का पोलिंग का. आई डोंट नो, आप लोग फिजिक्स पढ़ के पूरा टायर्ड हो गया लगता है. ओके, आई एम शेयरिंग द रिजल्ट नाउ. Now the result is there on your screen. Now you see the question is that genomics helps in treatment of genetic disorders through what? So 58%, I'm sorry, 58% said gene therapy, 26% said biotechnology, 11% is saying medicine, and 5% is saying social science. What is the correct answer, friends? The correct answer is that gene therapy. बायोटेक्नोलॉजी बोलेगा तो एक वास्ट एरिया है. बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का अंडर मेडिसिन आता है, जीन थेरेपी आता है, सोशल इश्यूज आता है, सब कुछ आता है, इवन जीन थेरेपी भी आता है. बट स्पेसिफिक करके आंसर देखेगा तो दैट इज जीन थेरेपी. जीन थेरेपी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ओके, nowadays the response is very poor. What happened to you people? Why you people are not responding positively nowadays? What happened? You are tired? If you are tired, I will stop this online lecture. I don't have any issue. I see. I will not compel you, you people to come on attend my lecture. We will go for online. If you are tired, on majority का ऊपर, 1 or 2 people बोलेगा तो करना का तकलीफ होता है. तो majority का ये देखना पड़ेगा. तो मेजोरिटी बोलता है सर 1 हफ्ते बंद करो, 2 हफ्ते या 1 महीना बंद करना बोलेगा तो भी मैं बंद करेगा।
sir.
क्योंकि एनीवे as on today till August 31st again we have no other option, online only, August 31st तक. So by August 31st we'll come to know what is going to happen there in September. So that because there is no conclusion, because the issue is increasing day by day, the number of cases increasing day by day, it spread like anything. We cannot imagine or we cannot predict who will come, who will not come, what will happen to people, so everything, because everybody facing the difficulties one or the other. When I am facing the issues, my family is facing the issues, my brothers are facing the issues, others are facing, you are facing the issue. Everybody in the universe, they are facing this problem. Okay, it may come or it may not come, or it may already it might have come and gone. So nothing to worry in this. कॉलेज कभी चालू होगा? अरे मेरा गणेश, मैं आपको बोलते हैं कॉलेज कभी चालू होगा, वी कैन नॉट प्रेडिक्ट नाउ। वही मैं बात कर रहे हैं, प्रेडिक्ट करने को नहीं होता है। आज का सिचुएशन के अनुसार गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया शुड से कॉलेज कैन रीओपन और स्कूल्स कैन रीओपन। जब तक वो लोग बोलते नहीं तब तक आपको कुछ कर नहीं सकता है। महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट को भी डिसाइड करने को नहीं होगा, बिकॉज इट इज डिसाइडेड बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट अभी डिक्लेयर किया है टिल 31st अगस्त द स्कूल्स एंड कॉलेज विल नॉट ओपन। ये है करंट न्यूज, इसमें कुछ डिफरेंस अभी तक नहीं है, आएगा नहीं। अभी बीच में वो लोग कुछ चेंज किया तो किया, लेकिन मोस्टली चांसेस बहुत कम है, क्योंकि केसेस आर इंक्रीजिंग लाइक एनीथिंग। तो we can, as on today, we can expect from September our class will start offline. लेकिन अगस्त एंड में भी सिचुएशन बेकार है तो मीन्स वेस्ट कंडीशन में जाएगा तो फिर वो लोग एक्शन करेगा, तो बोल नहीं सकते। सो यू हैव ओनली वन ऑप्शन, ओनली दिस ऑप्शन राइट नाउ। तो यूज मैक्सिमम दिस, ये मिसयूज नहीं करना। यू डोंट थिंक, यू डोंट टेक इट इन सच ए वे दैट चलता है करके। नो, ऑनलाइन टीचिंग, ऑनलाइन मतलब आपको कम से कम इतना तो मिलता है, वो अभी ऐसा सोचो। यू पीपल आर गेटिंग, यू आर हैविंग दैट प्रिविलेज, यू आर गेटिंग दिस। लेकिन यू जस्ट इमेजिन दैट 90, ये लोग पेपर वाला बोलता है, गवर्नमेंट वाला बोलता है 50% लोग कम से कम ऑनलाइन में है, नॉट इवन 50% ऑफ माई चिल्ड्रन। ये जो इश्यू, ये जो कनेक्टिविटी इश्यू आप देखिए रियल सेंस में आपको समझ में आना है तो गांव में जाके देखो। I know people who are climbing on the trees and all for getting the connectivity range. I know the places where there is no range and people there, no, they are keep putting their mobile there in a bag and then keeping there on the top of the tree. 1 hour, 2 hours, they're keeping it over there and then taking down and seeing that how much is downloaded. So this kind of problems, real sense, real India facing the problem, but you please see that you are getting that luck, at least you are getting this opportunity, even that is what I'm saying. Even आप देखिए, मैं बॉम्बे आपसे मतलब सांता क्रूज से सिर्फ 35 किलोमीटर है मेरा इश्यू, और बॉम्बे वालों का इश्यू आप देख लीजिए। बॉम्बे में जो लोग हैं, ये जो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस से बोल के कॉलेज में इतना लफड़ा किया, वो लोग, उन लोगों का कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि बॉम्बे में रहने वालों को कनेक्टिविटी इश्यू नहीं है। लेकिन सिर्फ बॉम्बे का बाहर रहने वाला, मैं तो कुमार सर, अभी आपका वसंत वगैरह वगैरह, इवन मेरी सॉरी ज्योति मैडम, एंजिला मैडम, सो ये जो मीरा रोड में रहने वाला, उधर से भी मैं क्रीक क्रॉस करके मैं वसई में आकर, सो ये सब एरिया पे ना, कितना दूर मुंबई से जाता है उतना तकलीफ होता है। मुंबई वालों को प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बॉम्बे वाले को लाइट भी जाएगा नहीं, पानी भी बंद नहीं होगा, मतलब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी भी है, वाटर भी है, कनेक्टिविटी है, सब कुछ है। लेकिन बॉम्बे का जैसा नहीं है बॉम्बे का बाहर। ओके, अभी मैं एमएमआर में है, बॉम्बे का मुंबई मेट्रोपॉलिटन रीजन में ही हूँ, फिर भी मेरे को इतना प्रॉब्लम है, तो गांव में रहने वाले लोगों को कितना तकलीफ होगा आप समझो। when you are getting this opportunity, you should not neglect it. You should use it. All the available resources I'm providing to you. Last 1 week I was totally busy with the result का काम पीछे था, तो रिजल्ट का पीछे था, इसलिए 20 सेकंड से, इसलिए मैं इतना दिन आपका क्लासरूम में भी कुछ नहीं किया, आपका वीडियो भी अपलोड नहीं किया, कुछ नहीं किया, क्योंकि मैं आई वॉज टोटली बिजी विद दैट। डेली 9 to 10, 11, 12 hours आई एम वर्किंग। ऑनलाइन में इधर काम मीन्स ऑनलाइन इन द सेंस सिस्टम में बैठ कर काम कर रहे हैं, रिजल्ट का काम होने दो, आपका ये जो क्लासेस का प्रिपरेशन होने दो, ये क्लास प्रिपेयर कर बिना प्रिपरेशन क्लास लेने को नहीं होता है, तो अच्छी तरफ से प्रिपेयर करके क्लास लेना पड़ता है। सो यू हैव टू यूज इट, मेरा कहने का मतलब इतना ही है, यू यूज इट, यू आर गेटिंग एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, यू आर गेटिंग दिस प्रिविलेज, but everybody not getting this privilege. You just imagine the people who are not getting this opportunity. They can, unfortunately, what I noticed over here that the number of participants there in the classroom in the sense in the online classroom, very less. I know your difficulty. I know, that is why I never compel you to come on video, because that much data you can save. But still, you people are not using it. Okay. So now let us go to the topic now. Our time is going like that. आंसर मैंने बताया था ना, हेलो, आंसर मैंने बताया था ना, यस, ओके. So now we come to the point, the steps in DNA fingerprinting. Examination point of view, these steps are important in detail also. That is why I told you. So essay type question you can expect from here. Now what are the steps? Step number one. Step number one is that isolation of DNA. Now you have to isolate the DNA. From where you isolate the DNA? Look at. It can be from the blood. Okay, if it is a murder or whatever it is, even in paternity issue also, it can be taken from the DNA can be collected from the blood or skin, even saliva, okay, even tissue under nails, hair, and even from the semen. So from any of these sorts, whatever is the evidence you are getting from the place, from the location or from the place or from the victim or from the host, whatever it is, you collect this material and extract the DNA, isolate the DNA. That is the first step. So this first step is clear to you. Use write down the chat box in very short form. What is the first step? What is the step number one? Okay, step number one is that isolation of the DNA or the extraction of the DNA. Now look at this picture. अभी so victim से या host से या जो location है वहां से, so material has been collected. Now that means the blood or whatever component that has been collected, then the cell is lysing, that means breaking, then DNA is blending over them, and then washing, and finally you get the DNA. So this process is called the DNA extraction or isolation of the DNA. Look at here, blood, semen, checks was or whatever it is. Okay, chemical treatment किया, फिर DNA को isolate कर दिया, you get the DNA. So this is the first step, extraction of the DNA. So कैसे कर रहे हैं, समझ में आया? Now we go to second step. It is very simple. It is very simple and very quickly we can finish the things. Now what is the second point? The second point is that amplification. याद रखना, sequence याद रखना. पहला वाला isolation of DNA or DNA extraction. Number two, once the DNA is extracted, now you see DNA sample extract कर दिया है. Now you got a DNA. Okay, so now you got a DNA. Now you have to do what you have to do, that from that one DNA you have to make many copies of DNA. ओके क्योंकि आपको एक ही डीएनए मिला, वो डीएनए आपने काम यूज किया, फिर बाद में वो रिजल्ट फेल हो गया, तो आपको दूसरे टेस्ट करने के लिए डीएनए नहीं है. So you have to make many copies of DNA. That is the second point. That is the technical term we are using here, amplification. इसका मतलब यही है, making many copies of DNA by a particular type of process. अब process को बोलता है PCR. Process is no amplification का दूसरा एक technical term है PCR या polymer chain reaction. So ये polymer chain reaction करने के लिए there is an instrument which we call as thermal cycle, thermal cycler. Okay, or it is called a PCR machine. It is also called as PCR machine. So PCR machine use करके आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have to make many copies of DNA. That is called polymer chain reaction. So the ये जो amplification you can do there in within short period of time you can make millions of copies of DNA. अभी देखिए DNA ये जो PCR साइकिल में प्रोसेस में एक साइकिल में कुछ स्टेप्स होता है, वो अभी बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में ये टॉपिक आप रिपीट करके स्टडी करेंगे आई थिंक. So this is actually biotechnology topic. So in one cycle of polymer chain reaction, 3 steps are there. That is called denaturing, annealing and extension. तो इसका मतलब ये जो सेकंड स्टेप में ये जो डीएनए आपने पहला एक्सट्रैक्ट किया है, आइसोलेट किया है, उसका कॉपीज बनाता है. ओके, दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एम्प्लीफिकेशन और मेकिंग मेनी कॉपीज ऑफ द डीएनए. Now, after that, what is happening? Look at there, number 3. Number 3 is that next step is that you have to cut the DNA into fragments. Here, the restriction endonuclease enzyme come into picture. Here, the restriction endonuclease enzyme comes into picture, and this process we can also call as digestion. Okay, restriction digestion or digestion of DNA. Okay, so during this time, what happens actually? Kya hai main point over there? By using restriction endonuclease enzyme, we cut the DNA into fragments. That is the main point in this step. Now you see, this is the DNA. अभी ये DNA को क्या किया है? By using endonuclease enzyme, restriction endonuclease enzyme, you cut the DNA into fragments. Now you see, you are getting the DNA fragments over here, and these fragments are of variable length. It may not be same length. It may be of variable length because उसमें क्या है? Variable tandem repeated units है. So उसका वजह से क्या होता है? So a DNA fragments of various length you are getting, and this is known as the restriction fragment length polymorphism. ये process को एक नाम है. What is that name? Restriction fragment length polymorphism. Okay. अभी इसमें जो ज्यादा कुछ पॉइंट्स अभी ये उसमें आप मत जाओ, खाली ये पॉइंट आप देखो. ये पिक्चर दिखा मींस ये दिखाने के लिए मैं ये पिक्चर डाल दिया है. ओके, सो डीएनए इज कट इनटू फ्रैगमेंट्स and you get so many fragments now. This is called restriction fragment length polymorphism. So come on, tell me, what is the first? Use the chat box. What is the first point? Short form will go. What is the first point? Isolation of the DNA. Okay, आपको कहां से isolate करना मालूम है. Now point number 2, amplification. ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं PCR, or we can but you can say that polymerase chain reaction. Okay, and number 3, digestion. Digestion means what? Cut the DNA into fragments. Okay, now look at the next point. The next point is that step number 4. Step number 4 is that once this fragmentation we have done, now by using a technique that is called electrophoresis. Okay, there is a technique called gel electrophoresis. By using this technique, what you have to do there? You have to separate the DNA fragments now. Okay, so the DNA fragments you have to separate by using which technique? Gel electrophoresis. That is what you see over here. You see here one device, you can notice that one instrument you can see, and this is the electrophoresis gel electrophoresis agarose gel electrophoresis tool है. तो एक टूल है, ये टूल में हम लोग वो स्टेप फॉलो कर रहे हैं. So now what you are doing there, all these DNA fragments are transferred into this. You have to transfer all the DNA fragments into this. अभी डिश बोले तो डिश बोलो, या डायरेक्टली बोलना तो agarose gel electrophoresis chamber बोलो. Okay, so you are transferring all the DNAs into this. अभी DNA fragments कहाँ है? In this chamber में है. Now what do you see here? Then positive electrode, negative electrode is there. That means you are passing electricity or something else in this. So when you are passing electricity or when you are sending charge, you can notice over here that the DNA is already charged. What is the charge of the DNA? मैं last time बोला था, मैं बाद में पूछता हूँ करके. What is the charge of the DNA? Very good. Negative charge. So what you can see that the negatively charged DNA fragments, we can notice that will move to positive pole. Now you see all the DNA fragments which are over here, they are negatively charged, and this negatively charged DNA fragments will go to the positive pole. and that movement, you can see that depends upon its length. You know that the shorter fragments will go faster and longer fragments will take time to move. Okay, so the DNA fragments, that depends upon its length, the movement, the speed may change. Anyway, they are moving towards the positive pole. But one thing you have to remember, that when you look at these DNA fragments, sometimes the DNA fragment may be double stranded, because already you know DNA fragments are, DNAs are double stranded. But remember, in this process, the double stranded DNA fragments will not function. So the DNA fragment, DNA should not be double stranded. It must be single stranded. Then only it will be work. It will be functionable. So how will you make this double stranded DNA to single stranded? By a special treatment called the alkali treatment. So all the double stranded DNA you can make into single stranded DNA by alkali treatment. So इतना है ये fourth point में. So fourth point में क्या है? Separation of DNA fragments by gel electrophoresis. That means why you are doing that? All the DNA fragments are loaded there for agarose gel electrophoresis. This is agarose gel electrophoresis. Then you can see that the negatively charged DNA fragments are moving towards the positive pole. And wherever the double-stranded DNAs are there, that double-stranded DNA must be single-stranded by using alkali treatment. So इतना है ये point number 4 बात करने के लिए. Now you see 5 points. So what is the fifth step? The fifth step is that treat with the alkali solution. Okay, that means you have to treat the alkali solution, because previous slide आपको बोला, that is the end point मैंने बोला था. So wherever the DNAs are double stranded, because DNAs are double stranded, this function means this cannot be executed. So for that purpose, what you have to do there, the single stranded DNA you have to develop. So now you see this is the double stranded DNA. अब देखिए ये double stranded DNA, if treated with the sodium hydroxide, any alkali solution, sodium hydroxide, what will happen? The hydrogen bond will break. The hydrogen bond will break and double stranded DNA will become single stranded. ये आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में सेपरेटली नहीं दिया है, मैं आपको ये सेपरेटली दे रहे. सो एक पॉइंट आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में 7 स्टेप्स दिया है, शायद इधर एक स्टेप ज्यादा हो जाएगा, नहीं तो एक मेरे को लगता है एक में किधर भी मर्ज किया करके. सो दिस स्टेप इज नॉट गिवन सेपरेटली, आई थिंक सो. So the double stranded DNA, you have to make it as single stranded by dealing with treating with the sodium hydroxide alkali alkali solution. Okay, so now you got the single stranded DNA. Now look at the next step. The next step is that southern blotting. Now what is southern blotting? अभी देखिए इधर आपको जो पिक्चर दिखता है, that is an animation picture. So once the DNA is moved towards the opposite poles, opposite pole means that is the positive pole, and after that you confirm that all the DNAs are single stranded, and after that you have seen that the DNAs are properly located over there. Then the most important thing is that from the agarose gel electrophoresis, the DNA you have to transfer. How will you transfer that DNA? For transferring the DNA, you have to do a technique. You have to use a tool. You have to go for a processing that is called a blotting. So what is blotting there? Transferring of the separated single-stranded DNA fragments to a synthetic. मैंने पहले आपको बोला था फिल्टर पेपर करके हैं. So ये जो DNA fragments क्या करना है? एक filter paper में transfer करना है. So what is the filter paper? Not normal filter paper. You can use nitrocellulose filter paper or nylon membrane you can use. Okay, either using nitrocellulose filter paper or nylon membrane, what you can do, you can transfer all the single stranded, not double stranded, okay, all the single stranded DNA fragments to the nitrocellulose filter. This is what is called blotting. और उसको बोलता है, ये टेक्निक को बोलता है southern blotting. So याद रखना southern blotting किया है करके. Okay, So once it is transferred to a nitrocellulose filter paper, so then what you do, because in the agarose gel, when you are putting this nitrocellulose filter paper, it gets soaked. So it is getting soaked and it's getting soaked over there, and all the DNAs are transferred to nitrocellulose filter paper. It's wet now. So once it is wet, then what you have to do there? You have to bake it in a vacuum oven at 80 degrees Celsius for 3 to 5 hours. You have to heat it, or you have to bake it. The word we are using over here is baking. तो ब्रेड बेक करता है जैसा 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस में एक ओवन में, वैक्यूम ओवन में 3 to 5 hours क्या करना है? बेकिंग करना है. So when you do baking, what will happen? All these DNA fragments now will get fixed to the nylon membrane or the filter paper. So you got the point what I said over here in southern blotting examination को one एक question separately भी पूछ सकता है. तो ये जो animation भी आप थोड़ा ध्यान में देखना. I think you have seen it. Once again, I will come back to it to repeat the animation once again. I will go to the now you look at here, the animation started. Now you see the DNA transfer to nitrocellulose filter paper. Now agarose gel हमने उसमें ट्रांसफर किया. देखिए, this is the filter paper. ये nitrocellulose filter paper डाल दिया, उसका ऊपर पेपर टॉवल रखा. Then so in this way you can transfer the DNA fragments to a nitrocellulose filter paper, and this processing is called as southern blotting. So you please write there in the chat box in short form what is southern blotting. क्या क्या करना है, जल्दी जल्दी लिखो. Chat box is dead. Southern blotting क्या करना है? Yes, transferring the DNA in a membrane. Okay, what kind of membrane? It can be nylon membrane or it can be nitrocellulose filter paper. कैसे करना है? How to do it? How to do it? Yes, transfer into that, and after that what to do? You have to see that you have to confirm that the filter paper is wet, that is soaked. We are using the term soaked. The soaked may SOAKD. Okay, soaked, that means it's completely wet and DNA is transferred to the nitrocellulose filter paper. उसके बाद क्या करना? बेकिंग करना. बेकिंग करना काहे के लिए? ब्रेड बनाने के लिए. To fix the DNA fragments on the membrane. At what degree Celsius? What is the temperature? What is the temperature? 80 degrees Celsius. For how many hours you have to bake it? How many hours? 3 to 5 hours you have to bake it. Now where the DNA is? अभी DNA कहाँ है? Baking सब हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया. DNA अभी कहाँ है? Now the DNA fragments are there on filter paper. Yes, on the membrane or filter paper. Now look at the picture over here. Now you see here. Point number 1, nitrocellulose filter paper लगा दिया, उसका ऊपर blotting paper रख दिया. So all the DNAs are got transferred. Now look at here. All the DNAs are got transferred. So we are here at this step now. Okay. So once these DNA fragments got transferred to the filter paper, then you have to go for the next step. So actually here itself I can show you what is the next step. What is the next step? You have to wash this DNA filter paper now. Okay, that means washing you have to do. So okay, sorry. Before doing a washing, you have a process that is called hybridized with the unique nucleic acid probe, DNA probe you have to use. So once you have to release the DNA probe into this, and then you have to go for washing, and then you have to go for the X-ray. Can now look at next point, then the use of DNA probe only. Now just look at over here, the 7th point coming over here. What is that? Using DNA probe and hybridization. That is the 7th point. So in this point, what you are doing here, just look at here clearly over there. You are placing the nitrocellulose filter paper in a solution. Now you see, you are transferred this DNA into filter paper, and after that, this filter transfer paper, this filter, paper, sorry, I'm getting the word wrong. So this transfer, filter paper, you have to place there in a medium. Okay, that could contain what? That should containing radioactive labeled single-stranded DNA probe. A single-stranded DNA probe जो बोलता है nothing else, that is a non-sequenced DNA. मतलब DNA का sequence आपको उसको मालूम है उसका. आपका पास अभी जो फ्रैगमेंट्स होता है या जो डीएनए आपने किया उनको सीक्वेंस कुछ भी आपको मालूम नहीं है. But the DNA probe, what we say, that is having the known, what you can say, sequences. That is what is written here. Yeah, look at here. The DNA probe binds with the complementary okay, that is written, not written. So DNA probe contains non-sequences. Now this DNA probe, you place it there in this solution where this filter paper is there. Now what will happen? The DNA probe is single-stranded. The DNA fragments which are there on the cellulose filter paper is also single-stranded. Now what will happen? This DNA probe will go to these DNA fragments which are single-stranded and will go and finally what will happen? They will become a pair if complementary nitrogen sequences are there, and then they will form. What will happen? The DNA probe will form a pairing with the DNA complementary sequences or complementary nitrogen bases which are there, and finally what will happen? A DNA hybrid will be formed. So in this process, a DNA hybrid will be formed. You got this point clearly? What I said now. Once again, I repeat, in this step, you have to take a non-sequenced DNA, that is called DNA probe, and this DNA probe, you have to add into a solution where this nitrocellulose filter paper is placed, and then the DNA probe is having the free nitrogen bases, and they are moving towards the DNA fragments which are there in the filter paper, and there what will happen? They will become pair if complementary nitrogen sequences are available. The complementary nitrogen sequences are available, they will become pair, and finally a DNA hybrid will be formed. A DNA hybrid will be formed. Got that point clearly now? You got that point? ये step आपको समझ में आया? Chat box में बताइए जल्दी. Yes, DNA probe, DNA pair is formed. Now what to do then? Now you have to go for washing. अभी आपको क्या करना है? Wash करना है. जब wash करेंगे, जो DNA pair हो गया, that will remain there, and all unpaired DNA fragments will be washed off. देखिए, unpaired बोले तो single stranded है ना? So unpaired DNA fragments will be washed off. The single stranded DNA fragments will be washed off, and all the double stranded will remain there. See, like this. And then the next step. Once this is done, once these single-stranded DNA fragments are washed off, and the DNA probe paired with the DNA fragments, now you have to go for the next step. The next step is nothing but the last step. So what is the last step? Look at there. The last step is that is called photography. Now in the last step, you have to go for photography. Means you have to expose this film, this filter paper to an X-ray film. So that means you are taking photography of it. So when you are taking the photography, all those hybrid DNA will be photographed, will be taken as X-ray. We are using X-ray there. Okay. So this is called a auto radiography. Okay. Yeah, photography. And finally, we are getting a film. In that, the picture will remain. अगर pair हो गया, the picture will remain. अगर pair नहीं हुआ, इसका मतलब picture, in the picture, this kind of bands will not come. So if it is paired, this kind of band देखिए एक band आप देख रहे हो over here. This kind of band will appear there on the X-ray film if the pairing has been done clearly. Okay. So image कैसा है इधर देखिए, that you see here, now you see the image over here, this is the image I'm talking about. These are in the form of bands, and this band is called the DNA fingerprint. Now image, the form of light and dark bands of the hybridized DNA obtained is called the DNA fingerprint. Now this is the DNA fingerprint. I hope that you understood this point. So total how many steps are there, friends? Total how many steps are there? Come on, quickly bolo. अब बंद करेंगे जल्दी. 7 steps आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया है. मैंने बोला ना एक पॉइंट मैंने एक्स्ट्रा किया था. So 8 steps are there. So total 8 steps are there. These steps one after the other you have to study. Okay, आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में भी यही दिया है. देखिए डीएनए एक्सट्रैक्ट किया, डीएनए आइसोलेट किया, फ्रैगमेंट किया, फ्रैगमेंट्स बना दिया, इलेक्ट्रोफोरेसिस कर दिया, सडन ब्लोटिंग कर दिया, और उसके बाद हाइब्रिडाइजेशन प्रोसेसिंग कर दिया. देन यू हैव टेकन द एक्सरे, एंड फाइनली in the X-ray you are getting dark and light bands. This is what is called the DNA fingerprint. 7 steps आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में, और मैंने आपको दिखाया है 8 steps, क्योंकि एक स्टेप मैंने आपको एक्स्ट्रा बढ़ा के दिखाया था. Okay, so this is about the DNA fingerprint. Now what is the importance of this DNA fingerprint? What is the importance of this DNA fingerprint? मैंने already ये बहुत बार बोल चुका है. Now I don't want to repeat actually. Okay, this is a tool which we can use for solving what paternity issue. मतलब कुछ लोग बोलेगा ये मेरा बच्चा का मीन्स फादर को डाउट होता है ये मेरा बच्चा नहीं है, so ऐसा कुछ डिस्प्यूट होता है. नहीं तो बच्चे लोग ऐसा ये मिसप्लेस हो गया, या ये मिला ये इनका पेरेंट्स से क्या कंफ्यूजन हो गया, नहीं तो ये क्या है बगर्स का पास कुछ बच्चों को देखा इनका पेरेंट्स से क्या मतलब ऐसा कुछ पैटर्निटी इश्यू होता है. सो ये पैटर्निटी इश्यू सॉल्व करने के लिए ये टूल यूज कर रहे हैं. चलिए रेप केसेस में ये कौन है जो किसने क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस किया है वो रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए, या मर्डर केस में ये सब केस में यू कैन सी दैट so this is applicable, or this is in use. Okay, that is one application. Second application is that any genetic disorder, any genetic disease you have, so by using this DNA fingerprint we are able to find out, we can diagnose the genetic diseases. And finally we can see that जो एनिमल्स होता है, एनिमल्स का जो फाइलोजेनेटिक स्टेटस मतलब वो जो एवोल्यूशन, तो एक ये एनिमल से ये एनिमल, ये एनिमल से ये एनिमल, ऐसा ऐसा एवोल्यूशन में बात करता है. तो ये जो फाइलोजेनेटिक स्टेटस डिटरमिन करने के लिए भी हमको ये फिंगरप्रिंट यूज कर सकता है. तो इतना है ये फिंगरप्रिंट का एप्लीकेशन. मैंने ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया, ये पॉइंट ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर रहे. तो वन इज पैटर्निटी इश्यू और रेप केस मतलब एक क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस में यूज कर रहे हैं, जेनेटिक डिसीज फाइंड आउट करने के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं, और फाइलोजेनेटिक स्टेटस के लिए भी ये सिस्टम ये जो डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंट यूज कर सकता है. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दिस टॉपिक. नाउ वी एंड बाय दिस स्लाइड वी एंड दिस चैप्टर. दिस चैप्टर इधर खत्म होता है. अभी चैप्टर नंबर 4 इधर खत्म होता है. डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंट एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके फ्रेंड्स, ऑल ऑफ यू आर हियर नाउ. All of you are here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, ये chapter खत्म हो गया. We end the chapter over here. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do, we are going to review this chapter once again. Then we will do the exercise which is given there in the test book. कल का सेशन पूरा ये चैप्टर का रिव्यू है. टेक्स्ट बुक में जो क्वेश्चंस है वो क्वेश्चंस पूरा सॉल्व करने का टाइम है. सो प्लीज मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है, आप अपना पास टेक्स्ट बुक है या मेरा पास टेक्स्ट बुक भी नहीं है, मेरा ई टेक्स्ट बुक में मैं हैंडल कर रहा हूँ. तो आप टेक्स्ट बुक ले लो, रीड करो, ये पूरा चैप्टर खाली रीड करो. रीड करके उनका क्वेश्चंस जो एक्सरसाइज करके जो पीछे दिया है वो भी आप चेक करो, ये सब कुछ करो. तो कल हम ये चैप्टर का पूरा क्वेश्चन सब कुछ सॉल्व करके मतलब ये करके आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन मेरे को ज्यादा चाहिए, ये करके हम लोग ये चैप्टर बंद करेंगे. कल का दिन ये बंद करेंगे. परसों का दिन एक पॉइंट है. परसों most probably I will do the re-exam of those students who are supposed to give, and everybody can give the re-exam. I welcome not re-exam, that particular exam, the exam which I am going to conduct on 6th. Everybody can attend. either I will conduct it on 6th or 7th. 7th, I have a problem. But let me see if I could not conduct it on 6th, then it will be on 7th. But 7th is the last day. 7th को ये एग्जाम कंडक्ट करेगा. जो री एग्जाम देने वाला लोग है तो उन सबको बताइए आप थोड़ा. और दूसरा, सभी लोगों को ये एग्जाम दे सकता है क्योंकि दिस क्वेश्चंस आर बेस्ड ऑन चैप्टर नंबर 1, 2, 3. आपका अभी का जो चैप्टर है 1, 2, 3 को बेस करके क्वेश्चन है, सबको दे सकता है. और ये एग्जाम वालों का मैं उनको इंस्ट्रक्शन देगा वो लोग कैसे उनका आइडेंटिफिकेशन करना है, वो मैं उन लोगों का रिजल्ट में वो रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे. आप बाकी लोगों का कुछ रिफ्लेक्शन में कुछ किधर भी कुछ डिक्लेयर नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन आपका नॉलेज के लिए, आपका स्टडीज के लिए यूजफुल होगा. ओके, सो कल का दिन हम लेंगे सुबह. सो नाउ आई हैव टू लीव इमीडिएटली बिकॉज टाइम इज ओवर. सो टुडे वी आर, tomorrow morning we will meet with the review of this chapter. So till then, take care. Have a nice time. Enjoy yourself.